Very good evening, viewers. So, today this is a very special video for our OPSC aspirants. So, most of the students, our OPSC students, they have a desire to learn how to write an essay. Main exam re jo mane amara agu ku main exam dabar achi, semanang pai essay writing has been proving to be a challenge for quite some time. तो आज जो स्पेशल भिडियोटी आमे गोटे जहाँ भी एसे पढ़ले आमे केमती लिखि दे परिबा वी हैव टू बी इक्विप आवरसेल्फ with such a mastery so that we can write whatever essay that will be asked. आमे आज गोटे सैंपल एसे भी डिस्कशन करिबा ता सहित प्रथम रु आमे देखिबा हाउ टू राइट एन एसे. तो एटा होची हमर टॉपिक. I hope all of you will enjoy this video, and at the end of the video you will be able to learn three things: to write the introduction of the essay, the body of the essay, and the conclusion of the essay. So the end product will be a well-rounded, well thought out, a good essay which will fetch you a lot of marks. So don't leave the class, the session, watch the video till the end. I am pretty sure it will give you a lot of confidence in writing the essay. So let's see essay for OPSC, how to write an essay. So most important thing in an essay is the topic, because the topic itself is an indication of what you have to make a thorough analysis of the topic. Without knowing the topic, you must have a very clear idea about the clarity of idea. So you have to be a lot of clarity about the topic, because the whole essay is hidden inside that topic. Clarity of the idea and the idea organization pattern. One has to know how to organize those ideas. So first of all, suppose I am writing an essay, national integration, a myth or a reality. So if somebody doesn't know what do you mean by national integration, what is integration, what is the meaning of myth, what is reality, how these can be correlated. So first of all, you must possess the vocabulary, the word power to understand the topic. So clarity of the idea and idea organization pattern has to be developed by knowing the topic. So one has to be just take his own little time to analyze the topic. Second is brainstorming. Suppose again the topic is suppose national integration. You have to think, what is national integration? What is the definition of national integration? What are the barriers, obstacles for national integration? What are the positives which is making this happen? How it can be maintained, and the conclusion. So first of all, that idea organization pattern, you need a brainstorming to generate ideas. So it is required to generate ideas. Then body. In body, first of all, one has to see what type of essay. There are number of types of essay. Types of essay. So before analyzing the body, one has to know types of essay. One is reflective, argumentative, or scientific. So broadly speaking, we can divide it into three types. Reflective means it is based on an abstract topic like value of discipline in public life, your idea about a happy life. So these are the reflective topics where you can expand your ideas. Argumentative means you have to give justification, like globalization is a double-edged sword. It's an argumentative topic. Scientific topic is suppose India's missile program, lot of current affairs, scientific, economics, a lot of thing comes under this economic. Then another category is narrative. The author narrates something which he has actually experienced. So different types of essay. You and when you will be given some essays in the examination, you will get essays from all the categories. So you have to identify where your strength lies, and accordingly you have to prepare. In the coming days, I will come up with essays which has a lot of things covered under these categories. Today also we will cover an essay as I have promised. To previous year essay we will cover. So all these types of essays. What is reflective? Again you have to reflect it, think it, introspect it, then you will be able to write. Argumentative, in which you have to discuss the pros and cons. Scientific, backed by facts, figures, evidence to justify your opinion. Then narrative, the author will narrate his experience in a cohesive and orderly manner, structured manner. So to structure the essay is very important. Body means you have to structure the essay, and body will be determined by what type of essay you are writing. What type of essay you are writing. And one thing you have to be very, very meticulous while writing in essay is coherence. Coherence means suppose you are writing in essay writing, suppose you have 6 or 7 paragraphs you are writing. Each paragraph must contain a sub idea. That sub idea must be related to the main idea, main topic, main title of the passage, and that sub idea must be discussed in that specific paragraph. When you are switching to other paragraph, there has to be proper coherence. Otherwise, the essay will be loose and there will be no bonding, no coherence. So coherence means you have to use proper conjunctions while taking turn. Suppose you are saying for the topic, it is an argumentative essay, but suppose you are trying to switch to the negatives or the other side of the coin, you have to use a conjunction like however. Suppose you are talking about globalization. Globalization is good for India, a lot of multinational companies are coming, we are getting world class products, etc. But again you are switching your thoughts, you will say however, everything is not as good as it seems to be. Indian companies are getting devastated, Indian companies are not getting profit, and our GDP is getting affected. Like this. So in essay, writing an essay, coherence is very important. Coherence. The idea must be properly ordered in a structured way. Then conclusion. Conclusion will give a well-rounding effect to your essay. Then only your essay will, like that, if suppose you do something but don't give the finishing touches, then there is no point in doing something. So finishing touch is the conclusion. Your conclusion must say something about what you have already said. So beginning, introduction, body, and the idea organization pattern will be justified by what type of essay you choose to write, and finally conclusion. Okay. So this is about how to write an essay. As I have promised, I will discuss a sample essay, and I request viewers, please, after watching this video, you write your essay and post in my WhatsApp number. After writing the essay, I will give my number, post that, and so that I will see how you are writing and how much mark how you will be able to get out of this essay. So dear aspirants, dear viewers, now it is time to discuss a sample essay which came in the previous paper. So let's go into it. So let me give you what is the essay in our previous OPSC paper. So this is an essay which came in the previous paper of UPSC exam. So cultural pluralism to sustain India. Sometimes the title of the essay might be little demanding, taxing for our students. So don't panic. Just segment it. You will find out the easy way. So let's dive deep into the title. As I have said, we have to develop a clear idea. The clarity of the vision, prospect of the essay must be very clear in our mind. First of all, cultural pluralism. There are three important words are there. One is cultural pluralism, then is sustain and India. Sustain India, what is sustain? Sustain means जोटा हमको धरी रखिछ, जोटा बाइंडिंग करके रखिछ, हमको ऑक्सीजन सस्टेन करिछ, ऑक्सीजन द्वारा हमें बंचिछु. तो इंडिया रा सर्वाइवल रे कल्चरल प्लुरालिज्म को रोल टा प्ले करूछि. दैट वाज द थिंग आस्क्ड टू राइट टू द स्टूडेंट्स. सो हमको एथिरे तीनटा जिंस देखिबार अछि. फर्स्ट, व्हाट इज कल्चरल प्लुरालिज्म. आमे जतले इंट्रोडक्शन लिखिबा आज यूजुअल हमर एथिरे कोन कोन हबो आगो बॉडी आमे कर दबा. आमे इंट्रोडक्शन बॉडी आ कंक्लूजन कर दबा, तापर डिस्कशन करबा. हमर फर्स्ट लिखिबा व्हाट इज कल्चरल प्लुरालिज्म. एटा हबो हमर इंट्रोडक्शन. तापर बॉडी रे हाउ it has sustained India, examples in other countries, barriers for cultural pluralism, how to overcome. These are the points I am making. These points, when you are writing an essay, making those sub points is very crucial, and organizing those ideas and points in a coherent way, as I have already mentioned how to write an essay, is very crucial. Barriers for cultural pluralism, how to overcome these barriers. Conclusion. So let us dive deep into this topic. You will have a first-hand idea. So first of all, before discussing about cultural pluralism, what is culture? ओडिया रे culture माने कोन पिले? Culture means संस्कृति. Culture is a very complex thing. It has not been developed overnight. Culture is a complex thing which includes ideas, belief, knowledge, all the trends which we acquire from our ancestors over a period of time and imbibe them in our lifestyle. So culture is an abstract thing. The way you talk, the way you behave, the way you carry yourself in the life is a testimony to the culture you belong. So culture is very important. If you don't, I mean, say a cultured person, well mannered, well behaved, susanskruta loko, Odia. So culture is something which shows the deepness of that society or person or a group. And India being a heterogeneous country, there are two types of society or country. One is, you see, a lot of European countries, they are homogeneous. One type of cultural group people live there. But India being a pluralistic country, it's a heterogeneous country. So it is a very lot of fertile ground for the cultural pluralism to prosper. So I am coming to my point. Now you have a rough idea what culture is. What is cultural pluralism? You see, if you look at the history of India, since Indus Valley civilization to till now, India is such a country in which many invaders came, but they did not leave India, rather stayed here, build their empire and build their culture. So it's a synthesis of, you see, initial period we have Vedic culture, then Buddhism came, Emperor Ashoka had spread Buddhism throughout India and abroad. Then the Sultans came, Delhi Sultanate, they spread their wings. Then Mughals came, then Britishers came, then modern India, after independence we have developed modern India. So if you look at the past history of India, many people, many types of religions, groups live here peacefully. So here now I am coming to the real point. What is cultural pluralism means? If you look at right now in India, everybody, there is no prizes for guessing which is the dominant culture in India. The dominant culture is obviously the Hindu culture, the Sanatan Dharma culture. The majority of the people believe in that culture. But has this anyway hampered the growth of other cultures? Yes or no? I think those who are watching must have a clear answer in their mind. It is a straight no. All the cultures simultaneously grew alongside the Sanatan culture or Hindu culture. You look at the Muslim culture, the Buddhist culture, the Sikhs, religion aside, they have their own set of cultures. Simultaneously, all have prospered, and a synthesis, a cosmopolitan image has evolved over a period of time. If you go to a metro city, you can't say that these people is a specific cultural group people. Even if I personally, as I evolve as a human being, initially I was little confined to a single culture, but after interacting with so many people, I have evolved, I get to know different cultures and accordingly evolved as a human being. And same applies to a country, a nation or anything. Now our topic is cultural pluralism means a dominant culture will grow and simultaneously those cultures which are not as dominant as the main dominant culture still has the scope to grow side by side and live peacefully jointly by enjoying the culture of each and every group. So that is cultural pluralism. To sustain India, why? That is the most. Now, how? Now we have discussed what is cultural pluralism. The second point is how it has sustained India. You see, it is India has always been a country with a lot of problems. It's not that today we have problem. In India, there are a lot of problems, a lot of barriers to sustain ourselves. Like recently, you know, deadly terrorist attack took place in Kashmir, Pahalgam. Then there are communalism, casteism, regionalism, atrocity on women, then the divide of the modern society, the rich and poor, poor getting poorer, rich getting richer. Now digital divide is there. So India as a nation has grown rapidly. There is no second opinion about it. But how it has been sustained over such a long period of time, it hasn't lost its identity yet, unlike few nations. And the beauty of India is unity in diversity. That is the beauty of India. And the cultural pluralism has played a part in keeping that unity in diversity. So now question how it has sustained. Let us take about something. Suppose let's come to marriage ceremony. Previously, I have attended few marriages. Previously, in the culture of Odia people, Sangeet was not a cultural thing in marriage. But nowadays, I have been witnessing lot of Sangeets are taking place before the day of marriage. So, this is imbibing good thing from another culture to our culture. So, here now two cultures are synthesized, they live side by side, they enjoy the best of the both the cultures, and it has created a bonding between two cultures. Let's say take a festival of colors, Holi. It's not that the only Hindus enjoy Holi. Everybody play with color, irrespective of caste, creed, religion. The festival of color, festival of joy. Diwali, everybody crack firecrackers. So these things, when you are watching Bollywood movies, or for that matter South Indian movies, are classic examples of cultural pluralism, in which nobody questions the hero belongs to which culture. He portrays all the characters belonging to different cultures with a lot of ease and comfort. That shows that India is a classic example of that cultural pluralism. Even when somebody is doing IIM or MBA, a lot of courses, they are asked to know about all the cultures just to have a clear understanding of the whole India in general. And if you look at our economy also, our economy is boosted because of the cultural pluralism. Lot of side businesses mushroomed because of that. Because of that, in Odia, there is a saying, 12 ମାସ 13 ପର୍ବ. 13ଟା ପର୍ବ ତ କେବେ ଗୋଟିଏ କଲଚର ହବନି ନା. That means many festivals, many social gatherings take place from different cultures, which bind different economic groups and their business grow. So obviously, people, when they celebrate together, whatever their feelings, hard feelings, ill will, etc. are there, they vanished during those cultural interactions. So it is very important to respect the other people's culture, and you must rejoice and be proud of your own culture, but there must not be any jingoism. You know jingoism? That Hitler had that we are the best race in the world and try to genocide Jewish people. That's why he was a hateable figure in the history. But if you look at countries like now France, America, the example of other countries I would like to give. America, being a heterogeneous country, has embraced the cultures of different nations, and they become NRIs and play a very key role in the development of America. Today America is the most powerful nation in the world because of their cultural pluralism. And if it can happen in America, it can equally effective in India. In France, you see, their football team is a classic example of cultural pluralism. Lot of colored people have made France proud, be it Zinedine Zidane, be it Mbappe, all these great footballers that France produces because of their cultural pluralism. They embrace different people from different cultures, and rest, as people say, is history. So therefore, it is very important that we must imbibe and you must embrace cultural pluralism. Barriers for cultural pluralism. Yes. You see, there is always two sides of the coin. So there are certain barriers which there are certain people who have some vested interest. The barriers for cultural pluralism, some vested interest, look at the points. For the narrow political gain, they incite communal passion for their political gains. They try to promote a particular culture by opening political outfits and throwing mods at one another, which hamper the unity and integrity of our nation. Therefore, it is very crucial to be careful not to be biased by such type of people who try to stimulate us, try to motivate us for their narrow political gain. This is one barrier. And second, rapid westernization. Sometimes our young generation are unable to assimilate the true culture of India. India has a very, very rich and healthy culture, healthy lifestyle. The words written in our Vedas, scriptures, Bhagavad Gita are the gold for our younger generation. But sometimes, because of the effects of foreign cultures and rapid westernization, they fail to understand their true culture. So, Swami Vivekananda in his book India's Problems and Solutions has clearly mentioned Indian culture must adopt the work ethics, the material process of Western people, but not at the cost of our spiritual roots. Swami Vivekananda is a classic example of cultural pluralism. He is a votary of Hindu culture, but he has never discarded the Western culture. Rather, many Western people were his disciples. But nowadays, we think we are carried away by the glamorous world of Western people, but they succeed because they follow their culture. Our environment, our roots are shaped by our culture. So, if we blindly follow, we neither belong to that side nor to this side. Just we will hang somewhere in between. जोटा आमर ओडिया रे कहते ना एकूल को हबो ना से कूल को हबो सेतिपाई you have to be very precise when you are young or you are a parent, you are a teacher. You must make your children or student understand that yes, we have some loopholes, but Indian culture is, if not the best, but one of the best cultures. So whatever our culture, cultural pluralism must stay in a heterogeneous country like India for sustenance of for a long period of time. This is the how we can in this way we can overcome the threats that are possessed to cultural pluralism. Then finally conclusion, which is very crucial, as I said, to give finishing touches. So after analyzing the above points, we come to the conclusion that it is high time our leaders, spiritual leaders, political leaders, economic leaders, all must come under the platform of Indian culture. Like great Emperor Akbar tried to do it by coining though it did not succeed, but he tried Din-e-Ilahi, in which he tried to develop a culture which has best of all cultures. So it is high time all the stakeholders in India must unite and encourage cultural pluralism to sustain India. So dear viewers, I have just analyzed a sample essay which was asked in the previous paper. I hope you have enjoyed this class. You write this essay, Cultural Pluralism to Sustain India, and give in this number at a WhatsApp number. Give me in the PDF form and I will give marks those who have given me, because if you don't develop essay writing ability right now, it might hurt you in the examination hall and you will lose crucial marks. So it is very important. In my upcoming classes, I will discuss another essay, a lot of valuable tips and different types of essay as I have discussed today. So this is going to be a regular feature in our OPSC classes, because most of the students have communicated to me, had texted me to take classes on essay writing, and I took the class today, and I hope this class is beneficial for you. So see you in our next class. Till then, goodbye. Keep watching Bidyasagar Classes YouTube channel. Thank you.